Hey, it's Holden from Run Pure Sports here with your tight end, cash GPP, and getting wacky previews. And I'm going to talk about a guy that I don't even think you need to think twice about starting as your cash game tight end this week. But in just a moment, I'll get to that. Right now, make sure you hit the like button. It's a little thumb. Just hit that. Make everybody happy. It'll take you a tenth of a second. And make sure you subscribe to the Run Pure Sports channel here on YouTube. So we get into this right now. Darren Waller is my choice at cash games. Don't overthink this one. Waller against Cleveland, 5-6 on DK. Love that price. And I like him more on DK than FanDuel. The touchdown equity starting to come, though. He scored 3 times this year. Now, this is going to be the second top-tier tight end that the Browns have faced this season. They gave up 7 for 61 and 2 touchdowns to Mark Andrews early on the year. Don't worry about the smaller totals that some of these other tight ends have had besides for Andrews, because there hasn't been anybody nearly as good as Waller with the amount of volume he's getting. In 6 games, he's averaging 9.3 targets, 57 yards. He scored in 3 straight games, in 3 of 6 games, and he scored in 2 in a row. Great floor, has upside, maybe the highest upside of the week. He can go into GPPs as well. Love it. 10th most targets in the NFL. He's right ahead of Tyler Lockett and behind Calvin Ridley. That's how much work he's getting with those 9.3 targets. Okay, let's get to the GPP play here. I don't think that there's going to be that many people paying up for George Kittle, and it's more because of salary than anything else. $7K on DraftKings. 7-7 on FanDuel. I just don't think you need to overthink this. He's going up against Seattle. He has a tremendous matchup. It's a game where you expect points to be scored as well. How are they going to stop George Kittle? I just don't see it happening this week. I don't even have that much stats I'm going to throw out there at you. It's between Kittle and Kelsey that I'm paying up for. Give me 4 quarters of Kittle as opposed to maybe 2.5 Kelsey if that game becomes a blowout there in New York against the Jets. Lastly, get a little wacky again. Sorry to say it, FanDuel players, but this is DK specific again. At $3,000, you can punt with a guy that's getting 5 catches a game over his last 2. He's running tons more routes. It's Irv Smith going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, we're supposed to see some wind here. So if we see the winds in the 20-mile-an-hour range or more with gusts that are up there, we're not playing this. We're not playing Irv Smith. But if the weather is fine, it clears up, 55 yards, 5 targets each of the past 2 games. Kyle Rudolph now looking like a blocking tight end option only. This is a team in Green Bay that gave up 78 yards off 5 catches and a touchdown to Gronk back in week 6. Last week, Smith saw a season-high 78% of snaps. I should say that back in week 6 before the bye. And he had 2 red zone targets as well. So Irv Smith is my play there. Cash, Waller, GPP, Kittle, Smith for the getting wacky part of things. All right, thanks to Simon for running this behind the scenes. Like this video, subscribe to the Run Pure Sports YouTube page. I'm Holden. Look out for the quarterback, wide receiver, running back previews as well, and keep running pure.